Welcome into Game 2 of our doubleheader here. We have the Claremont Crocs and the St. Pete Tide going head-to-head for their first time against each other this season. Alvin, what are you looking for in this game from these two teams?
I'm looking for a dynamic guard play. I love the way Anthony Brooks pours it on. I love how Romeo Edwards is a spark for this team. And I love how this Claremont Croc defense holds stout throughout all the trials and tribulations they've had so far. So this is going to be a dynamic game. I'm excited to see how this turns out.
The Claremont Crocs playing without one of their best players in Steve Toyloy. How big does that mean that their bigs have to step up this game?
Big, that's huge because you're losing 20 rebounds because that man is a glass-eating machine. So let's see how they bounce back. They were able to win last time. Let's see if they're able to do the same thing again.
Going down to the floor where the ball is now live. And an immediate toss won by Cornelius Reynolds down low. Jordan Denawa tried the second chance and couldn't get that one to fall. Austin Mills, Montel Williams, Kyle Clark, and Jordan Denawa alongside Cornelius Reynolds are the Crocs starting lineup. And Anthony Brooks, Romeo Edwards, A.J. Williams, Dave Butler, and Josh Shane for the St. Pete Tide. Down low, a pass back up top to Romeo Edwards. He throws it in left to Dave Butler. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Left side three. No good by Edwards. And here come the Claremont Crocs running this direction. Austin Mills up top. A pump fake by Clark, who was the leading scorer last game. Austin Mills now in control of the rock. He's their leading assist on the team, and he hits the three.
That's a beautiful shot. Got into his rhythm and elevated above the defense, stroked the three from long range. Great shot by Austin.
Shot down low, missed by Dave Butler, and here come the Crocs going the other way. Montel Williams off the back of the rim, no good. And the Claremont Crocs grab the rebound, a fadeaway mid-range from Austin Mills. He's a shooter, he's a traditional point guard and a shooting guard, and he does it all for this team. He puts them up 5-0.
He is pouring it on. Great take by the Tides, and now they're at the line shooting two. Great job by Romeo Edwards.
10.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. And the St. Pete Tide looking to get on the board for their first time in the ball game. Romeo Edwards from the line, shooting 50% so far this year, 58% from the field. Averaging around 18 points per game. He's one of the dynamic guards that will have to go against Austin Mills as he makes his second free throw. A 5-2 ball game. The Claremont Crocs lead by 3. Here's Montel Williams. So him and Austin Mills kind of trade off as the main ball handlers for this team. Right side three taken by Reynolds, no good. And the rebound by Williams. Williams pressing the floor, going up right side, fouled. And they'll call that one on the floor.
And that's a great job by pushing the issue early by AJ. Doing a great job of understanding mismatches, understanding that when a defense is in transition, that's when they're typically their weakest. Because when this Claremont Croc defense gets set, it is hard to beat.
From the right corner, here's Brooks dribbling in, gets some contact, no call, and a nice shot down low by Dave Butler.
That was smooth by Dave Butler. Able to corral the rebound with one hand and just toss it right back up like it wasn't nothing. Getting a smooth putback. Great job by Dave Butler.
Ian Clark from the right wing, guarded by Edwards. Out beyond the three-point line, and he takes a three in his face. No good. Butler the rebound. Butler presses ahead to Shane. Shane picks up his dribble, looking left side, throws that direction. Now back up top. Brooks down low to Butler. Fouled and makes the shot from the left block. He'll go to the line and shoot one for a chance to tie this game up.
Dave Butler's the tallest man on the court right now, and he's letting everybody know it. Doing a great job getting to his spot, getting down low, putting his big paw up there. Great look. Toss it down to his big man and finishing strong.
And Butler airballs on the free throw. You know, you hate to see that, but I mean, the St. Pete Tide can definitely argue that it's been a while since they played a game. This is their first game in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, definitely knocking the rust off. This first quarter is going to be a little bit rough for them, rough around the edges. So you're going to see a little wonky plays, some air balls here and there, but once that second half comes around, their star is going to start making plays because big-time players make big-time plays.
Interesting to note, 9.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter, and there's already 3 team fouls on the Claremont Crocs. A 3 by Kenny Long is good.
And Kenny Long had himself a game last time, doing a great job on that possession.
Austin Mills with the steal. Mills running the floor near side. And he stepped out of bounds as he sunk that 3 there. Wow, Austin Mills is on fire, so sorry.
And that was a good
Kind of looks
move.
over towards us asking if he touched the line.
And we don't have an answer because we're in awe. That was a great display of handles right there, even though he touched the line.
Butler, the last 2 shots he's taken, he is airballed. Kenny Long, left corner. Clark for 3. Clinks left.
And that's a tough offensive possession for the Crocs. They got what they wanted, but couldn't finish.
Butler flipping it in down low.
And it seems Butler's going to have to work his way from the block out because his shots aren't falling, but his layups are. Great job finishing in a nice dime by Brooks.
Reynolds guarded by Butler, out to Kenny Long again, pump fakes, now takes a step back, waits for his alley, goes up left side, no good. The pass ahead, and a throw down to the rim by A.J. Williams.
Great job by A.J. understanding the situation, and he had tunnel vision on that. Nobody was stopping him from rising up and finishing strong on the fast break. Great job by the 6'6" forward, A.J. Williams.
A 10-8 ball game. The St. Pete Tide are up by 2. Austin Mills down low, the give off to Kenny Long. Throws it right side. Clark. And a shot clock violation, but the St. Pete Tide grabbed it beforehand. Edwards, another throw down, and the St. Pete Tide are up by 4. A timeout taken on the floor. A 4-point game with 7.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. This is FBA basketball on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
.7:28 left to play in the first quarter. Cornelius Reynolds for 3. On the side, and he gets it to bounce in. Great shooter's touch by Reynolds, and those are his first 3 points of the ball game. His team trails by 2. It's a 12-10 game. The St. Pete Tide have possession of the basketball down on the left block. Butler dumps it off, but it's cut off by Kenny Long. Kenny Long pushing it up the floor to Austin Mills, who takes a stop, gives it up to Reynolds. Reynolds into the key, and that one's stolen away, but out of the hands of Butler. What a wild series of events there.
That was a wild series of events, but that was a great stout defensive play by Kyle Clark, banging with the big fella Dave Butler. Even though he gives up some size, he doesn't give up any heart, doing a great job defensively, forcing a turnover.
Clark in the right corner, now dribbling in and passes out to Reynolds. Reynolds, another 3. He hits!
Reynolds is having himself a night. He's shooting well, knocking down his second shot. They're going to have to close out. That's giving them another dynamic. He's prolific from the 3-ball.
A 14-12 game. The Claremont Crocs are ahead by 2, and they force pressure there on defense. 3 team fouls, though, for the Claremont Crocs, so they have to be careful. But great job doing man-to-man defense there by the Crocs. Kenny Long up top, now dribbling in on Richards. Spinning down the lane into the key, up with the left hand, and he makes the shot. Kenny Long doing beautiful basketball down low.
Wow. Kenny Long doing exactly what he wanted to do. That was great defense by Aaron Richards, but even better offense by Kenny Long, and he let everyone know that he's better on that possession.
Reynolds almost tapped that one away, and a great job using the glass by A.J. Williams. He's got 4.
Every game the Claremont Crocs play, they ball on defense.
Austin Mills hits a 3, and the Claremont Crocs are hot shooting the ball this game. Austin Mills with 8 points. His team's up 19-14. And look at this man-to-man defense here by the Claremont Crocs. And they pull down the rebound. David Billingsley throws it ahead to Mills, takes a 3 off the right side, and Kenny Long pulls down the rebound. He throws it right. And a setup for the 3, no. Big rebound needed there by Romeo Edwards for the St. Pete Tide.
You just have to love this Croc defense. They play with so much energy, and they know how to finish. Great take by A.J. Williams, really silencing that Croc defense as soon as we start talking about him.
19-16 game. Mills gives it up to Kenny Long to run the point up top. Pump fakes right. Now dribbles towards the left. And they'll slow things down. Cornelius Reynolds has the rock in his hands. Bounce pass down low. Billingsley blocked down low by A.J. Williams. And the St. Pete Tide have possession of the ball.
Great defensive possession by A.J. Williams, taking it on one end and showing he could do on both ends, going up there and sending it back. Great job by A.J. Williams.
A 19-16 game still, under 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
As Romeo Edwards gets checked out of this game, we have to go back to that last play he had on a fast break, throwing the rondo and pumping it home.
Richards down low. And a goaltending call, but the ball went in the glass. So it doesn't really matter.
It always buffs out in the end. Aaron Richards with a great take, getting some contact, finishing, and just an extra whistle to let everyone know he did just that.
Long throws it left side to Reynolds. Reynolds double teamed, and now they'll throw it back out to Billingsley. So Kenny Long to Mills, who will take his time, gets a screen on the left, now rolls that direction. Thanks to Reynolds. 1 second on the shot clock, and that is a 24-second violation by the Claremont Crocs. It's a mental mistake by Austin Mills.
And he's telling everyone it's his fault, but we got to go back to that Tide defense because that was a great job by Dave Butler stepping up on that pick and roll action and blocking the shot.
Brooks trying to dance his way past Mills, throws it down low to Butler. Butler under the basket is fouled.
That's a great job by the Crocs, just doubling them wherever they get it. And then whenever Dave Butler gets down low, they're going to send pressure, and that's exactly what they did. Got a little two-handsy on that one, and now he's shooting free throws.
Interesting to note, 5 team fouls now on the Claremont Crocs. So the rest of the first quarter is still a little bit over 4 minutes left. The rest of the first quarter, any foul against the Claremont Crocs, the St. Pete Tide are going to shoot free throws as Butler made his first one.
Butler actually makes his first free throw of the season. They only played 2 games, so it's not like he had multiple games to shoot free throws. But this is he finally broke the ice on his free throw lines.
As that one bounces in, the St. Pete Tide regain the lead.
That's a nice shooter's touch on that one. In the front iron and spinning in. His free throw line percentage is going to skyrocket based on that.
Clark, a pass at the feet to Mills. Good job by him recovering. Spinning into the lane, throwing over to the right side. Daniel Luna for 3. No good, and Daniel Luna checking in to see his first few minutes of the ball game for the Claremont Crocs. A pass into the lane, batted down by Clark.
Great hand by Clark, and we're just seeing some exciting basketball. Basketball fans everywhere, you have to tune in to FBA Minor League because we're seeing a great product here on this court.
Brooks trying to find a lane in on Austin Mills, and he does.
That was a big boy move and great finish by Anthony Brooks. Great job finishing and great contest by Austin Mills.
Kenny Long dancing around, throws it down low to Austin Mills running under the baseline. Austin Mills, right corner, guarded heavily by Kurt King. Now he's double teamed, has the ball stripped away, and they will call a foul. 22-19 the score. The St. Pete Tide are up by 3 with 3:15 left to play in the first, and both of these teams doing a great job on defense, kind of holding each other at bay. Seen quite a few lead changes so far here in the first quarter, and we're hoping that this action continues through all four.
This is a great game so far. These teams are evenly matched, and as you can see, both play with their heart on their sleeves.
Kenny Long, a pump fake by Austin Mills, bounce pass to the left block. Kenny Long recovers in the restricted area, makes the shot from 3 feet out.
How about this guard play we're going to see from Claremont Crocs? You have Austin Mills, who's very quick, and then we have Kenny Long, who's just as quick and dynamic. So this is great to watch. The Claremont Crocs are going to pour it on, getting its lead trimmed down to 1.
Pump fake and a step back jumper by Christian, no good, and the rebound fought on the floor. And a kick ball by the Crocs. Sup Cup in the ball game for the St. Pete Tide now, who lead by 1, 22-21 ball game. 5 team fouls on the Claremont Crocs, so be aware of that. Aaron Richards on the far side, guarded by Kenny Long out beyond the arc. Now he bounce passes it up to Edwards. Edwards going left, guarded by Austin Mills. And now we'll drive in, see where he can go. Ball's tipped around and recovered by the Crocs. A pass ahead to Daniel Luna. Down to the left side, passes out to the left corner. A 3, Cody Hoff hits it.
Big time shot by Cody Hoff. Being able to find his way and sag deep in the corner, knowing that there's one pass away from getting a wide open jump shot and knocking it down.
24-22, a fadeaway, no good by Richards, and here come the Crocs. Hoff to the left corner, Daniel Luna. Here come the Tide going the other direction. Bounce pass left side, cross court to King. King takes a 3 over Luna off the left side, and a big rebound there by Edwards. Romeo Edwards on the far side, guarded by Clark, gets a screen from Sup Cup, now to the right corner, a pump fake, and a few dribbles in there by Christian. And Christian guarded heavily by Hoff. As that ball goes out of bounds, they'll say it's off the hands of the Claremont Crocs. It'll remain St. Pete Tide ball.
And that was a good job by the Claremont Crocs, really crowding the offensive players. And that was a big rebound by Romeo Edwards, being able to give them a second possession because they're down 2, and you want every possession you can get.
Bounce pass down low to Sup Cup, who makes the shot over Austin Mills and draws the foul. Big shot there made by Sup Cup to tie this ball game up 24 apiece, and Sup Cup with 1 free throw to put his team on top with under 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go in the first.
That's a great way to get checked into the game and make your presence felt. Getting to the free throw line and knocking down his extra chance point. Sup Cup with that 3-point play.
Sup Cup with 3 points now. A 25-24 ball game. The Tide are up by 1. Kyle Clark down the left lane, spinning, and the ball's cut off. Ball tipped around. The Claremont Crocs recover, and Austin Mills lays it in with the right hand at the other end.
And that's just not a careless turnover, but it was a forced one.
So a timeout taken on the floor with 59 seconds left to go in the first quarter. When we return, there's so much more basketball on the way. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW.
a shot on the left side as we come back from that timeout break. And Supcup with a jump ball. And look at the Luna brothers in the game, bringing the passion and the energy, Alvin.
Getting fired up. They tied him up together. That's some telepathic twin stuff right there. David Luna twins getting in there, fighting, and having a great time doing so. And you saw that passion leaking out on that last possession.
Ball's tipped around and recovered by the Crocs. Twin telepathy, I think you should coin that term. Mills down low, no good on the layup. He tried to go up with a reverse. 26-25 ball game. The Claremont Crocs are up by 1. A give off over to the right side to Richards. Richards driving in, up with the left hand, it's good.
Basketball laws are going into effect. Austin Mills misses a layup on one end, and we see Richards knock it down on the other. We didn't make the rules, but you have to follow them.
Barely any difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now the shot clock turns off. Ball's coming over towards us. I got it. No, I don't. Supcup, left side. 5 seconds left to go on the game clock to end the first quarter. To King. King down low is fouled with 1.5 on the clock.
That was a very intense possession right there with 1.5 left on the clock. And now Kirk King will find himself shooting 2. Great job hustling down the court. And realistically, on that last possession, if that ball would have came over here, Jerry was going to one-hand it with the left. He got big hands like that.
27-26 with 1.5 on the clock. King makes the free throw. That's his first point of the ball game.
Great way to get involved and to knock his first point of the season, really.
King's second free throw is beautiful. 1.5. They throw it inbounds, and the shot got off in time by Richards, but to no avail. A 29-26 ball game. It's a 3-point difference as the St. Pete Tide take the first quarter, but so much more basketball on the way. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data in sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
We're back here for the second quarter of action. It's a 3-point difference in the ballgame. The Tide are up by 3. Butler, with the rock in his hand, spins in on Clark, and he gets that one to bounce in.
Beautiful move by Butler, realizing his size, getting into his package. Nice spin move and beautiful finish.
Ball stolen away at the other end by Edwards, and Edwards raising himself off the ground.
Great way to shoot the gap by Edwards, knowing exactly where the ball was coming, slapping it, and finishing strong on the other end.
Dave Butler with 10, and Edwards now with 6. Right corner, Austin Mills hits the 3. Austin Mills with 13 points. He is the leading scorer in the ball game.
Austin Mills having himself a game so far.
Butler to the tip-in by A.J. Williams, and Williams with 8 points. His team leads 35-29 as the clock ticks down from 11. Reynolds down low, tried to throw it off the foot of Shane, And now we have a tangle up on the floor. It's a jump ball. Austin Mills against A.J. Williams. That's a clear height mismatch there. So if you're Austin Mills, you're almost, praying.
Definitely. But you saw that on the last one when it was the Luna twins that was tangled up, and they kind of just let it go and was able to steal the tip.
Butler grabs it, tries to throw it ahead, a little too far for A.J. Williams, but he saves it. And that three was off the mark. Montel Williams pulls down the rebound, and he goes the other way.
And Montel Williams has been quiet so far, which is uncharacteristic of him. Let's see how he gets involved in this game.
Reynolds taking a few dribbles in. There's Austin Mills on the right side, and he's forced out of bounds. Great job by the defense there as they throw it ahead to Butler. It's like the Crocs weren't even ready, and Butler an easy lay-in.
That was a little miscommunication by the Crocs. They weren't paying attention and let Butler just walk in for an easy warm-up layup.
Crocs are down by 8. Clark up top, off left iron.
That was a smooth play by A.J. Williams. Knowing that Reynolds was going to try to throw it off of him, he just ducked out of there, giving them the ball.
Williams bounce pass down low to Butler, guarded by Clark. Now to Shane. Shane guarded out beyond the arc. Now Butler up top, a pump fake by Shane. Back to Butler. Butler, few steps in front of the three-point arc, and he makes the shot.
See, that's all he needed. He needed a couple air balls to get himself together because that was a beautiful possession.
Danawa has his ball denied and stolen by the Tide. Other side, here's Brooks. Underhand pass to Shane. Shane lines this one up, and a long two is good.
Shane forgot he could shoot the basketball. Was looking to be a true point guard. Saw nobody was guarding him. Took a step, took a dribble, knocked it down. Great job by the Tide.
41-29. The Crocs are down big here in the second quarter, but we'll see if they have more life in them when we return. This is FBA Basketball on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Welcome back to the FBA, presented by Poly Wealth Management. A pass over to the left side for the Claremont Crocs coming out of the break. And a shot up and no good. The rebound by Brooks. A pass down the floor to Williams, and Williams brings it home.
Nice, sure bucket by A.J. Williams. But how about that defense by Butler? Just being stout, getting straight up, taking in all the contact, and then you know what happens after that.
Austin Mills steps out of bounds on the far side, and that'll give the ball over to the Tide. Tied up 43-29, so a pretty big lead here for them. They're up by 14. A bounce pass down low is cut off by Clark. Clark throws it ahead to Montel Williams. That one's batted out of bounds by Romeo Edwards. Great job by Edwards getting back in transition.
Wow, he gets his hands on everything. Every time you think you can throw a pass, you can't, because Romeo Edwards is going to get a paw on that and force a turnover.
Down low, shot up, with the left hand by Kenny Long, and Long now has 9 points. The guard from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, went to Northwestern Oklahoma State University. Has been one of the main focal points for the Crocs offense, and a turnover. Reynolds fouled as he goes back before he slammed it down. Crocs trailing by 12.
And that's a great job just understanding how to push the pace, because there's a little miscommunication by the Tide. Romeo Edwards wanted him to do one thing and he did another, and that turned into a nice little turnover for the Claremont Crocs. Smart foul though by the Tide.
Austin Mills left side jumper, and the rebound by Williams. Here's A.J. Williams on the other end, throws it left side. Mike Butler hits a three, his first points of the ball game.
Mike Butler letting them know, hand down, man down. Mark Jackson preaches it, and Butler emphasizes it. Great hit by Butler.
Kenny Long dancing down low under the basket, throws it out to Clark, and Clark has it just hit right off the front side, and Butler took a hand in the face there as he came down with the rebound. Kind of holding his eye as he walks down the floor.
Yeah, definitely shaking up. Hopefully he'll be okay.
And there was an alley-oop attempt to Romeo Edwards down low, and I kind of saw Edwards with nobody around him in the left corner sort of point to the basket.
Edwards wanted that. He was creeping just a little high up, but man, can Edwards fly. They'll get the next one though. Great look by Anthony Brooks.
Montel Williams lines up a three. Butler, and the second chance by A.J. Williams is good. He's got 12.
Playing some unselfish basketball there. Getting it to his boy, A.J.
Reynolds fouled, and they'll wave off the shot. It was on the floor. 2 team fouls now on the St. Pete Tide in the second quarter.
And Coach Luna has a massive rotation. He finds himself down 17 in the second quarter, trying to figure out a way to spark his team. Got the Luna twins in there, trying to figure out what can be done. They need passion, they need something.
Daniel Luna up top, guarded out beyond the arc. He throws it left side. Cody Oth makes the three.
That's been the tail of the tape. He's been dynamic from that corner.
Underneath the basket, the shot no good by Butler. And the Crocs save that one from him going out of bounds. A 14-point deficit that the Crocs are trying to make back up here. As Alvin said, Maxie Luna, the head coach for the Claremont Crocs, sort of switched up the whole lineup. Reynolds, no good on that three. Both of these teams coming off wins in their last games. The Claremont Crocs beat Gainesville 108-102. Shot in the right corner, and the three is made by Anthony Brooks.
A little bit of confusion on the Croc defense, figuring out where the star player was with Brooks, and he was able to capitalize on that. Great shot by Brooks.
Reynolds dribbling into the key. David Luna, left side. A few dribbles in with his right hand, now gives it up to his twin brother who takes a three, just hard. Pass over into the left corner. Running baseline is Williams. He'll throw it up. Supcup hits the deck, trying to grab the rebound, and Daniel Luna comes down with it. Luna has the ball tipped from the back. Great job by Richards, and a foul on the floor. And we have a technical on David Luna. He's fiery.
He is fired up, letting them have it. He doesn't like one of the calls that was missed, and he feels like they need to hear about what he's talking about, but that's real passion right there. When you care about the game, sometimes it gets a little ugly, but he's letting them hear it, and his brother's right there to calm him down and let them know they still have a chance in this game.
(51-34) the score. The Tide still up by a lot. 5:47 left to play in the second quarter. So we just got confirmation that it was a technical foul. on David Luna. And so a couple free throws coming up in just a second. Alvin, what does Claremont have to do a little bit better here in order to, start chipping away at this Tide lead?
So they're doing a great job defensively because this Tide offense is dynamic. They're going to do what they need to do, and they're going to get the ball in the hole. Now, for Claremont, they need to find out to get a way to get into their offensive sets, figure out who has a hot hand, and just utilize that player. They need to do better on the offensive end. Their defense is as good as it's going to be against the Tide. Now, it's a shootout. They need to start shooting.
The technical is taken by Anthony Brooks, and he is off front iron. So still a 51-34 ball game.
Definitely have control over this game, but you're going to want to keep that control because anything can happen in this league.
The inbound taken away by Daniel Luna, and here come the Crocs going the other direction. Great job by Luna seeing where that pass was going. He's going to be double teamed. We'll give it off to Cody Hoth down low, throws up a little lollipop and makes the shot.
Defense turning into offense. Great job by Luna understanding where the ball's coming, snagging it, and then dropping it off. And look at that. A good bucket by Cody.
Mike Butler hits on the three.
And Butler is just pouring it in. That's his sweet spot. As soon as he gets there, he's doing everything he wants to do.
Backcourt violation on the Tide. Or making that the Crocs. Wow.
And the Tide is doing a great job. As soon as he got past half court, trapped him and ended up in a turnover. That press is working.
Brooks a few dribbles in, passes over to the right side to Richards. 3-2 zone here on the defense by the Crocs, and that pass goes well over Subcup's head and out of bounds on the near side.
And that's a good job by the Crocs, understanding that if they apply pressure, there's going to be some turnovers, going to be some overthrown passes, and that's a great job. So they just got to figure out how to build on that. How can they make this possession count towards a run? How can they spark a run, and how can they keep that run going?
Richards checks out of the ball game. Nate Gill, the head coach for the St. Pete Tide. Give him a little dab up before he sits down. That shot rolls around, and Reynolds can't get that one to fall. On the other side, Brooks gives it off. And now Butler to the right corner. Brooks. Reynolds going the other way.
Great board by Reynolds, trying to open it up in a transition, and he's fouled on that one because he was really pushing the pace.
You can kind of hear Luna in front of our crowd mic there. Being expressive.
That's exactly why he's on this team. He is a fiery guy, and both twins are.
Daniel Luna strong on the three. Now here's Butler on the other side. Under the basket, a great shot by Anthony Brooks. He's got 7.
Brooks is pouring in 23 points per game, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists on average. He does a great job night in, night out.
A.J. Williams up with the left hand and tried to come down with his own rebound, but tipped it out of bounds. So now here comes that whole lineup change by head coach Maxie Luna of the Claremont Crocs. And most of the starters checking back in. Well, St. Pete won their last game against the Brevard Bobcats 114-99. Anthony Brooks poured in 25 points and had 12 rebounds, and Williams added on 23 points, shooting 56% from the field.
This St. Pete team is an offensive weapon. Everybody knows how to score, and that's why it's hard to contain a team like that. You just have to outscore them. That's the game. Whoever can score the most, they win. And for the Crocs, you're going to want to see your playmaker.
Montel Williams tried to throw that one around and hits off the head of Kurt King. Now the Tide have the ball going the other direction. King left side to Butler. Now left corner. Christian into Williams, who draws the foul and makes the shot.
Wow, and A.J. Williams is absolutely balling right now. He poured in 23 points last game, and right now he sees himself at a comfortable 14 with that and one play right there. Let's see if he can convert and stretch this lead even farther to 23. And back to this Claremont team, you're seeing some of their playmakers are a little quiet today. Montel Williams usually pours it in. He's averaging a double-double, and you want to see him get more involved. There's a few key guys on Claremont that's been oddly quiet tonight, and that's been the difference, in my opinion, with this lead stretched to 23 after he knocked down that free throw.
Austin Mills up with the left hand, and he gets that one to fall in. Austin Mills with 15 points now, and he is tied for the leading scorer in the ball game, along with A.J. Williams for the St. Pete Tide. Butler just strong on the shot out beyond the arc, and here comes Austin Mills on the other side. Mills with 2 feet on the line. That is going to count as a 2 if he made it, but he did not get that one to fall down. Now he takes another one, right corner. And no good on that one as well. Other side, a hard dribble into the key and up with the left hand. They will call a travel on Romeo Edwards.
It looked good, just took too many steps. And look at him. Romeo Edwards chopping it up with Clark, just letting him hear that he didn't travel, but Clark's not hearing none of that.
Kyle Clark off front iron. There's a cherry pick pass all the way down the floor to Edwards. Edwards over near side to Christian. Christian down low, and the tip in by Edwards, who's now got 8 points. And Romeo Edwards puts them up 61-38. The Tide have a clear lead in the ball game.
Romeo Edwards is itching for a oop, being the recipient on that one.
Kenny Long, great shot there, going in hard to the lane, but he couldn't get that one to fall. He's fouled and gets to go to the line and will shoot 2, but his team desperately needs to chip away at this lead that the St. Pete Tide has kind of created for themselves. Long's first free throw up and good.
Definitely need to start chipping into that lead because it's still the first half. You have 1:56 left, and it's bad, but it's not over yet. You still have a whole half. However, you need to start figuring it out because this St. Tide team, the St. Pete Tide team, they understand how to score, and that's hard as Kenny Long knocks down his second free throw.
Butler right in front of us, right wing, guarded by Austin Mills. Butler, big three.
St. Pete just knows how to score once again. Butler knocking down another huge 3, bringing them up to a 24-point lead. Very comfortable in this first half. They are pouring it on.
Montel Williams dancing. And the ball knocked out on the baseline by the St. Pete Tide. 64-40 is the score here. A 24-point lead for the St. Pete Tide. Or so we think. Kyle Clark banking that one in.
Kyle Clark doing what to do in those situations, being able to elevate and finish it.
Butler. And Clark tried to knock that one away, but Christian recovered. Christian down the lane, down to the right block, and the lay-in by Butler.
Wow, Mike Butler is balling right now. You see how he moves without the ball? Great job relocating and cutting and finding the lane, finishing on that last play.
A foul on the floor for Austin Mills, and the Claremont Crocs are now in the bonus with 51.5 left to play in the second quarter, so they're shooting free throws until that clock gets down to 0 to mark the end of the second quarter. So Austin Mills from the line, and one of the best players that the Crocs have on their team. Gets sponsored by quite a few platforms as he makes the first free throw, and he's kind of become a big face here in the FBA.
Yeah, definitely. He knows how to score. He knows how to get to his spots. He shoots at a high clip. And he's a great athlete. You see him doing some crazy moves. He can run, he can get out, shoot, and he's pretty good from the free throw line. That's what you need as he knocks down his second free throw.
Austin Mills with 17. Sponsored by Ball is Life East Coast Squad. So Austin Mills, look for him to get big this year. 66-44, a 22-point game. Down low, a flip up, no good by Edwards, and the Crocs bring it down. A 12-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Austin Mills running baseline. Kyle Clark, pump fakes out beyond the arc, bounce pass down low. Kenny Long up with the left hand.
Great look by Kyle Clark, being a real point guard with his vision, dropping a dime to Kenny Long, and he finished amongst the trees.
1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, which is at 15. A stolen ball by Austin Mills going the other direction, all by himself. Up with his left hand, he's fouled and makes the shot.
That was a great play by Austin Mills, getting out in the open field and being able to move, bring that up, jelly it back down, finish through the contact with the left. Great job by Austin Mills, but an even better job on the defensive end, forcing that fast break opportunity. Defense turning into offense. Claremont Crocs are going to have to utilize the transition buckets as we just saw.
Mills has been perfect from the line tonight. He's now got 20 points. And his team, like we were saying, is now starting to chip away at that St. Pete Tide lead. 66-49 ball game. 4 seconds left to go. And A.J. Williams was trying to end the Crocs. A long three at the end by Butler, and it's an air ball. And that will do it for the first half of things here. Alvin, what'd you like? And what does Claremont in specific have to do better in order to get back at this lead that St. Pete has created for themselves?
So realistically, all the fans that are watching, we just love St. Pete Tide's offense, just firing on all cylinders. They have their playmakers making plays. They have all the Butlers are making plays. Anthony Brooks is pouring it on. Everyone who touches the ball seems to do no wrong on the offensive end. And for Claremont Crocs, they just have to find a way to stop this dynamite, this train of an offense that is the St. Pete Tide. And we see how. Once they have a defensive stop, they can go into transition points, and that turns into and Austin Mills and one, or a Daniel Luna three, or a Cody Hoeth three. Montel Williams needs to get more involved. We need to find a way to get him the basketball and do what he does. He's averaging a double-double. Let him get back to that. And just find a way to play ball. Cornelius Reynolds is playing well. So just finding a way to get to their spots that they're used to against a powerhouse like St. Pete.
A lot more basketball on the way as we come out of the half. 66-49 at halftime. And we'll see what more basketball we have when we return. This is FBA Basketball on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Welcome back to the second half of action. Alvin Delvey, I'm Jesse O. Alongside us is our fantastic producer and engineer, Jerry Pettit, and we thank him for being here with us for both of these games today. Alvin, obviously this game a little bit less close than we thought it would be. Both teams coming in with a winning record. The St. Pete Tide came in at 1-0, and the Claremont Crocs come in at 2-0. What do the Claremont Crocs really need to do in order to get better here in the second half? They're trailing by a lot.
They need to find a way to stop the dynamic offense of St. Pete Tide because they are pouring it on. They have all the momentum in this game, and if they could figure that out, then they could utilize that transition offense that they do so well.
A 66-49 ball game. The Claremont Crocs are trailing by a good margin as the ball gets inbounded and the clock starts ticking, and the third quarter is underway. On the far side, here's Edwards with the rock in his hands, guarded by Cody Hoff. Edwards dribbling right, cross-court pass to Shane. Shane down low from the left block, passes over right, up top. Brooks into the key, 1 second left to go on the shot clock, and he makes it just a step in front of the free throw stripe.
That was beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen the pro hop utilized in that fashion, and Anthony Brooks utilized it very well, but didn't get back on defense. Cody Hoth receiving a bomb and finishing, giving the Claremont Crocs 2 points.
68-51. Brooks just short on the three. Mills running the ball on the other side. Behind the back pass to Edwards. Now right side to Montel Williams, and Williams running in. The give off to Edwards. Can't get that one to fall.
Beautiful passes we've seen on that Claremont Croc offensive possession. Just wasn't able to finish it.
Shane surveying the floor and now taking a few dribbles out towards the half-court stripe. Shane now down low, has it stolen away by Clark. Clark looking, throws it right. Austin Mills, big three by the guard.
That's what they need. They need a lot more of that if you're Claremont. Wide open three by Austin Mills, and that's a mistake if you're St. Pete. You cannot let this dynamic Claremont team come back in this game.
Butler spinning in and a foul called on the floor. Hey, threes add up, right?
They add up very well, and if you're a Warrior fan, you know that. It just didn't happen.
We had to go there.
This past
Again?
2 games.
Really? And Jerry's laughing too. Jerry, a foul. That's a hard foul. Butler wanted that one to fall in, but couldn't get it to go. A 68-54 ball game. The Crocs trailing by 14. For all the stuff I've said that Jerry can do, and now he's laughing that my Warriors lost yesterday, maybe Jerry and I are not on as good of terms as I thought we were.
It's because he knows that Steve Kerr should have put him in that situation.
Oh, yeah, with 5 minutes left?
Jerry would have knocked the shot down. He would have been able to do all the things they needed as Butler misses that first free throw. He would have been a good screener, rode off of that, throw it off the rafters. He's dunking it home because Jerry also, guess what, has a 43-inch vertical, so he can really sky and throw it down with the best of them.
Anthony Brooks, Romeo Edwards, A.J. Williams, Dave Butler, who makes his second shot, and Josh Shane in for the St. Pete Tide. Austin Mills, Kenny Long, Cody Hoth, Cornelius Reynolds, and Montel Williams with a rock in his hand for the Claremont Crocs. Cody Hoth pump fakes, steps back. Cornelius Reynolds, Montel Williams, and great ball movement there, playing unselfish basketball as Cody Hoth puts it through the net.
That was such a beautiful possession. You see, he has a good shot, doesn't like it, passes it, relocates, passes to Montel Williams, and he gives it right back, so rewarding him for his efforts. Great offensive possession by the Crocs.
Shane, 1 foot in front of the three-point arc, hits the long two. And that's his second basket of the day. He's got 4 points. Kenny Long on the other side. Quick stutter step, spinning, throwing towards the left corner. Reynolds for three. No, sir. And Austin Mills, look at this guy fighting for it, and he comes to a stop right in front of us. Mills off to the left. That one was saved from going out of bounds, and the Tide recover on the other end. A nice little alley, or not an alley-oop, just a little windmill underhand by Kurt King.
Brought it all the way up, all the way down. Great jelly by Romeo Edwards.
Reynolds fouled. And we will see some shots taken here from the free throw line. Romeo Edwards with 10 points now in the ball game, shooting 58% from the field coming into tonight's game, averaging 18 points.
His numbers are great. He's also shooting 60% from the three. Now, he doesn't take them a whole lot, but when he does, clearly he knocks them down. Romeo Edwards is a great spark for the St. Pete Tide team.
Reynolds left that one just a little bit short.
And at this stage of the game, you have to scratch and claw your way back into this game. They're fighting, but St. Pete Tide is fighting as well. So when you have free throws, you have to knock them down. That's why they're free.
The Tide up by 17. And we'll put a slash in what I just said. Make that 16, Alvin.
Doing a great job splitting the free throws. And next time, he's going to knock both of them down.
Richards' pass is cut off by Mills. Mills bounce passes ahead to Kenny Long. Right corner. Cody Hoff pump fakes into the lane. And Kenny Long has his rebound knocked out of bounds by A.J. Williams.
And that last possession, how you see Kenny Long and Montel Williams communicate on that last play. They have a specific culture here on Claremont. They have to share the rock. Even though that was a great shot by Cody, they wanted him to move the rock and get to an even better shot. That's a great culture that's been instilled by the head coach, Maxi Luna.
Long missed that one down low. And Austin Mills cuts that one off again. Austin Mills has quite a few steals so far in the ball game. And Reynolds up with the left hand. Reynolds now with 9 points out of Claflin University. His team trailing 73-59.
And that's exactly what you need to happen. You need to have turnovers and convert on said turnovers. Great job by this defense, looking how they usually look late in this third quarter.
Butler, the second chance put back down low, grabs his own rebound, throws it up top to Brooks. Brooks taking his time, now throws it down low to Williams, and Williams uses the glass to put that one through.
Wow. They get everything they want in the paint, and that is a problem for Claremont. They're playing a very small ball, but St. Pete Tide is not. They just got 2 rebounds on that last possession.
Austin Mills tried to get fancy with it, and Brooks gets the steal and picks it up. Telling his guys to spread the floor as he passes it ahead to Shane. Right side, Williams down low, going into the lane and didn't even need to use the backboard.
Jesse, that's another bucket right in the teeth of this Claremont defense. They're getting everything they want in the lane. They need to fortify that interior.
Hoff up top, and a laser down low is almost tipped out of bounds by the Tide. Hoff up top, airballs the 3. Far side, Brooks, underhand pass to Williams, now towards the left side. And, well, nobody was over there because he threw it right out of bounds.
He threw that with a quickness out of bounds, but we could understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to move the rock and get his boy Aaron Richards in the corner for a knockdown shot because he's been lights out today. Aaron Richards shooting 43% from the 3, so that's a pretty sure shot. That's why he was looking for him. Little miscommunication, though.
Daniel Luna in the left corner. Now up top to Kenny Long. Long the fadeaway and Long the put through.
Wow, that's beautiful to knock them within 16 by Kenny Long. He just seems to find a way into the lane, and he elevates so beautifully, flicks the wrist, bottom of the net.
Butler down low has the clear height advantage in the ball game. And he's been a problem for this Claremont Crocs team so far. Butler with 15 points. Here's Brooks from the left side. A 3-2 zone defense for the Claremont Crocs. They bounce past the ball left. Brooks, contested 3. Here come the Crocs going the other direction. 6 minutes left to play in the third. Long checks towards the left side. Hoth, no good on the three.
That's a great possession by the Crocs. And also, whoa.
That was a tip in by the tag team of A.J. Williams and an accidental Cody Hoth. 79-61. The Claremont Crocs trailing by 18. A foul. And that foul goes against Dave Butler. He's going to check out, and Sup Cup will check back in. So Cornelius Reynolds taking the ball right in front of us, and will inbound to Kenny Long. So Long running the point here as Montel Williams and Austin Mills are out of the game. But Long doing a great job making his presence felt. Down low, Hoth makes the shot and draws the foul.
Hoth just finding a way to get active, wearing that number 8, trying to do what he needs to do to get this team back in this game. That was a great take, great finish, and now he's got a chance to shoot one to tack on and add to his point total. He has 14 so far. He's doing a great job out of Bitterbow University.
Hoth puts through the free throw, and he's now got 15 points. His team trails by 15. Brooks surveying, Brooks driving, dumps it off to the right. Williams now gives it back to Brooks, and they'll slow things down. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Brooks, baseline take, and that was an easy travel. Great call by the officials there.
And you just love that about this Claremont team. They don't give up. On that possession, everyone's fired up. Benches right back into this game. You would think it's 79-79, and they're going to do their best to get it to that point.
Mike Rivera wearing number 34 for the officials, and the crew chief for this game, and Alex Vasquez on the far side. David Luna, the 3, no good. The second chance put back by Cornelius Reynolds is no good, and a foul on the floor. Alex Vasquez wearing number 7 for the officials. And again, Mike Rivera and that number 34 over near us.
These officials do such a great job. They have a lot to do. It's really hard, especially when they have a two-man team like they have this game.
And we have another travel on the floor, and that was pretty easy to see. I do want to recognize our elite officials from Right Call Officials, who are owned and operated locally by Mike Rivera. He offers the best quality officials in the area and can cover most of your basic needs for officiating in the Orlando and Central Florida area. Here are the best points of contact to reach him. You can get him on Instagram at Right Call Official Inc. or by email at rightcallofficials34, that's the numbers 3 and 4, at gmail.com. When you need officials, make the right call, not the wrong, for your officiating needs. And hey, tell them Jesse sent you. A 79-64 ball game with 4:19 left to go, and the left hand by Kenny Long is beautiful. He's got 17 points, and his team's trailing by 13.
It's just beautiful when they let Kenny Long play with the rock a little bit. Doing a great job getting to his packages and finding a way to the cup.
Kenny Long almost had the steal there, but tapped it out of bounds, so it'll still be St. Pete tied ball on the far side. 4:02 left to play in the third Sup Cup. The no-look inbounds to Williams. Up top, here's the other Butler.
Great job by Luna harassing him on the perimeter.
Mike taking it down and finishing with the left hand.
To no avail. Butler getting exactly what he wanted with the size mismatch. Too strong. Gets to the cup and finishes.
Reynolds pump fakes up top. Now dribbles in. From the left block, makes the shot, and goes to the line.
Great job by Reynolds. Now they need to build on this. If you're a Claremont Croc fan, you need them to find a way and get stops on the defensive end and continue to get these 3 balls and 1s, 2s, whatever the case may be. You just need to see the ball go in the hole, and they need to force turnovers on the opposite end.
Reynolds with 12 points. His team is trailing by 12. My Butler has the ball knocked out of his hands by Reynolds.
That was a great rush by Reynolds. He blitzed him, looking like Ray Lewis going down the A-gap in football for all my football fans out there. Great job by Reynolds forcing a turnover and igniting this team.
So a little life here from the Claremont Crocs, and we'll see if they can build on this when we return. An 81-69 ball game. The St. Pete Tide still have the lead. This is FBA Basketball on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Three. 81-69 is the score. The St. Pete Tide still have the lead by 12. Kenny Long just a little bit strong on the three. 3:15 left to play here in the third on the other side of the floor. There's Butler, who passes it right side to A.J. Williams. Back up top to Butler. Mike is fouled. 14 fouls apiece for both teams. And the inbound goes to the left corner to Shane. Shane gets the screen from Williams and now goes that direction. Passes over to the right corner to Subcup, running baseline. Tapped away by Hoth, and that's a steal. On the far side, Kenny Long is fouled. A great possession there on defense by the Crocs.
And that was a very smart defensive possession by Shane, understanding that this Croc team is pretty dynamic when they're in transition. Just wanted to slow them down. However, they are in the bonus, so they're going to be shooting.
So this is big for the Crocs now, being in the bonus. They've been needing some points desperately, but they did come out of that timeout break with a little bit of momentum. So let's see if they can build on that. Kenny Long from the line makes the first free throw.
And that's a smooth, cool cat. Kenny Long going to the free throw line, knocking it down. He's been doing it all for him offensively. He's been pouring it in, coming from Philadelphia.
And Long makes it a 10-point game, Alvin. We haven't seen this since the first quarter.
Exactly. We haven't seen this since it was 0-10. Done a great job of fighting their way back into this lead. That just goes to the heart of this Claremont team.
Daniel Luna called for the foul. And now Josh Shane will go to the line and shoot two. Both teams in the bonus, as we are under 3 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Shane with his first 4 points of the season tonight. This is the first time he'll see the free throw line. Up and good.
So he's 100% from the free throw line, looking a lot like our producer, Jerry.
You were waiting to say that.
Man, I couldn't wait for it. 100% from the free throw line. You know, 10 out of 10, that man, Jerry Bear.
And 1,000% in our hearts.
He's always in our hearts.
Not
man.
even close, actually. Josh Shane. Josh Shane makes the second free throw. Just kidding, Jerry. We love you. Thank you for being here with us. As always, Hoth pass over to the left side to David Luna. Bounce pass into Hoth. Hoth double teamed, and they kick it right. Daniel Luna with a foot on the line. He makes the long two.
Great ball movement by Claremont. Really moving the rock around the horn, finding the open man, hand down, man down. Great job keeping it within 10.
Those are Daniel's first 2 points of the ball game. And again, it's a 10-point game. Williams up top, bounce passes into Butler, and Butler spinning around and has his shot blocked. And he looked like he got hit hard in the knee on that one. Reynolds on the other side of the floor at an 8-point game.
They have fought tooth and nail to get back in this lead, or back in this game.
Richards down low on the other side, and the lead is back to 10.
Richards has different plans. This is a great back and forth action. St. Pete knows if they relinquish this lead, they have no momentum, and it'll be really tough to win this game.
Hoth for three. Oh, and that one just rims out. Still a 10-point game, 1:35 left to play in the third. The ball goes towards the far side, and now we'll bounce back up to Shane. Edwards banks left on the three, and the rebound brought down by Reynolds. Reynolds running the floor through traffic, ball stolen away. Fast break on the other side. Richards in the reverse. He missed it, and he grabbed his rebound and flips it up with his left hand.
That was so athletic. He misses the reverse. It looked beautiful, but he knew it was going to get smacked by Reynolds because he was chasing him. But then he grabs it and just throws it with the left. That was beautiful.
Kenny Long has the ball tipped around. He's double teamed right in front of us. Gets through that double team. 52 seconds on the game clock, and Reynolds fouled as he goes up for the shot. So with 50.5 seconds left to go in the third, Reynolds with a chance to bring this back within 10. That foul went against A.J. Williams. Williams himself having 19 points so far in the game, averaging 23 this season. So here is Reynolds. His free throw is a swish through the net.
And Reynolds has been a very consistent factor for this Claremont Croc team. He does it on defense, and then you see him doing it all on offense, being aggressive and figuring out a way to get to the line.
And Reynolds can't make the second one, so an 11-point game. Reynolds with 15 points. It's an 87-76 ball game. Here's Edwards up top, guarded by Daniel Luna. Goes left off the screen from Williams. Now throws right side. Shane, a long two, no good. Butler grabs the rebound, and a back pass back over to Shane. Shane through some traffic, trying to use the backboard, and the Crocs come down with the rebound. A 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Daniel Luna on the other end of the floor now has 4 points as he makes his second shot of the game.
They finally cracked the double-digit deficit. Let's see if they can hold true with 14 seconds left in this quarter.
Bieber. And that one just tips in. And Dave Butler now has 17 points as time expires here in the third quarter. An 11-point differential, Alvin. So the Claremont Crocs not necessarily going away yet and have slowly been crawling their way back into this game. Can they pull this one off? We'll find out in one more quarter of action. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW.
So a technical foul called on the bench in between the quarters. Austin Mills makes the free throw, and now it's back to a 10-point game, Alvin. Not necessarily what we expected, but hey, brings the game closer.
And that's one thing about this game. You cannot have any careless turnovers, careless plays, or just gimmies like we just saw. That was a gimme, just giving them a point and the ball to start this fourth quarter.
89-79, the Crocs trail by 10. Montel Williams, who has been relatively quiet this game, passes to Kenny Long, and Kenny can't hold on to that one. Other side, A.J. Williams laying it in. Williams with 21 points, and the lead back up to 12 for the St. Pete Tide. Austin Mills, left side, is going to be double teamed. He'll wait for someone to cut. Quick little give and go between him and Reynolds. And Mills spinning into the lane from the left block, gets his way through traffic, and can't make the layup.
That was a great move. Got real comfortable letting his rhythm flow. Wasn't able to finish, though.
Little step back by Brooks. Bounces around to no avail. Reynolds running the floor on the other side, has the ball tapped around. And Austin Mills now with the ball in his hands, gives it to Reynolds. Reynolds down the lane and can't bank it home.
There's a lid on the basket for the Crocs, and that's not what you need. 2 layups missed at a crucial point in this game. They've done a great job fighting back in this lead, or in this game. Can't give it up now.
Butler over Reynolds, he hits the shot.
In the FBA, big men shoot threes. Great job by Butler knocking it down. Second tray ball of the game.
Reynolds misses that one short. It's a 14-point game.
Great closeout by Butler, forcing him to shoot it and release it quicker than he would have wanted.
Romeo out to Brooks, and the Claremont Crocs bench getting louder. Williams guarded by Austin Mills, and he makes the shot and goes to the line.
That's just a great job of A.J. Williams understanding the mismatch. He has a few inches and about 50 pounds on Austin Mills, with all due respect. He utilized that, threw his weight around, finished through contact, and now they find themselves at the free throw line to complete a 3-point play.
Williams makes the free throw. And it's a 17-point game just like that again. Hoth up top, throws it left side, Austin Mills, and Mills will run the offense. Going into the lane through traffic, up with the reverse, no good, and the rebound brought down by Williams.
Man,
other side of the floor, here's Shane giving it off to Williams. Williams pump fakes, now down the lane, up with the reverse. A great shot for Romeo Edwards down low. He's got 12.
And you love that possession by the St. Pete. The ball doesn't stay with one person. It's just moving, fluid. And just like that, fluidly rolls through the rim as Romeo Edwards flips it up.
Williams off the left iron. Great save inbounds. Williams again. And he can't get that one to fall either. Williams does not have a point in this ball game, Alvin.
He took his first 2 shots of this game in the fourth quarter. That's a problem.
Butler fouled down low and made the shot.
Great job by St. Pete once again finding their big man and him doing exactly what they need him to do. Butler is having himself a game.
Dave Butler with 21 points with 9 minutes left to play in the fourth. He swishes that one through. Dave Butler with 22, and his team up 101-79.
And for Claremont, it's definitely a problem that one of your top scorers and top offensive threats.
From the right elbow, Kyle Clark makes the shot.
And Montel Williams does not have a point and has 3 assists. That is a problem.
On the other side, Anthony Brooks took a 3 and drilled it.
It's a great shot by Brooks, but it is imperative that Claremont Crocs find a way to get their guy involved.
Clark catches an air ball A 23-point difference now, just like that, between the Tide and the Crocs. Romeo Edwards going left foot on the line. He made the extremely long two, but sometimes you got to do it the hard way.
Wow. Everything's falling for him. This is a great matchup. Kenny Long versus Romeo Edwards.
Kenny Long fouled by Edwards.
You love to see those two dance. Honestly, just being a basketball fan, I love seeing two quick guys defend each other. Kenny Long got the better of him, forcing him to foul. Great job by Kenny Long, getting what he wants out of that possession.
106-81 with 8:04 left to go in the fourth. Kenny Long from the line. Long with 20 now. He's right around his season average. That one just rims out. Hoth grabs the rebound as he falls down to the floor. Clark takes a three. Long the rebound. Long blocked down low by Butler. Here's a full court football pass to Edwards. And Edwards down low saves it from going out of bounds to Williams. Williams back to Edwards with a foot on the line. And he airballed that one.
That's what you want if you're St. Pete. Just wasn't able to connect on it.
Williams fouled down low. Wasn't a shooting foul, so they'll take this from the side. So left side of the basket, Montel Williams to inbound. Anthony Brooks, Romeo Edwards, A.J. Williams, Dave Butler, and Josh Shane, all the starters in for the St. Pete Tide with 7:35 left to go in the fourth. Kenny Long, Austin Mills, Kyle Clark, Corey Hoth, and Montel Williams in for the Claremont Crocs.
And St. Pete has been pretty stout on defense in these past few possessions.
Austin Mills, an air ball on their side.
How about that? Great hands from the stands. There is a young lady holding a baby, and one hand cradles the basketball. Very athletic from the stands.
Butler cashing in down low from the left block, and a timeout taken by Maxi Luna. Dave Butler now with 24 points, and he's been doing it all down low. And it seems like Claremont does not have a way to stop them. 7:15 left to go in the fourth. More basketball on the way in just a second. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauley Wealth Management.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Crocs. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
.710 left to go in the fourth quarter. 108-82 the score. Kenny Long, the turnaround jumper off the front side of the eye, and the rebound by the Tide.
That's a great matchup by Kenny Long. Got exactly what he wanted on that possession, just wasn't able to finish.
Down the right side, Edwards can get that one to fall, and the putback by Anthony Brooks is good.
Claremont Crocs are getting dominated on the boards this game, and that has been the difference, being able to get second chance points like you just saw.
Montel Williams lost control of the ball, but he was going up for the shot and was fouled. So Williams going to the line to shoot 2, and a chance for his first 2 points of the ball game.
Great job by Montel Williams finally getting active in this fourth quarter. Hopefully he could see a couple go up and in, and that will activate his Mamba mentality, forcing him to start generating massive amounts of offense that we're used to seeing from him. He's a dynamic player as he knocks down his first free throw. He's a dynamic player, averages a double-double, has great vision, great ball control, and you just want to see him be more involved to get his fingerprints on this game as he knocks down his second free throw.
Wow, he made those look so easy.
It's another walk in the park for Montel Williams. It was Joe Smooth, just like our main man, Jerry.
Brooks, left side, fouled. And again, if you're just joining us, 6:30 left to go in the ball game. I'm Jesse O. Alongside me is Alvin Delvey. Jerry Pettit is our producer and engineer, chairman and CEO of the FBA. Mark King is on hand with us today, just helping out with pretty much anything. And everyone doing a great job here today, so we thank them all for their work. From the stripe, Anthony Edwards sinks the first one. Excuse me, Anthony Brooks.
Brooks does a great job just being a constant force for them offensively coming out of Franklin and Marshall College. And he's a hometown hero in Orlando as he knocks down that second one.
Brooks with 16 points. Hoth pump fakes out beyond the arc, now goes down baseline and is fouled.
And this game, you figured out how to get to the bucket or how to chip into this lead. They got in close once, and they strayed away from it, and now they're getting back to it, finding a way to get back to the bucket.
Good shot by Montel Williams. And here's a full court pass down low. Mike Butler up with the left hand, and he's had a bunch of those today. He's got 15 points.
A breath of life for the Claremont Crocs, but it was immediately vanquished by the Tide, getting a nice bucket.
And there's almost an alley-oop lay-in by Romeo Edwards, who managed to tap that one in. He's got 16 now. A fight on the floor for the basketball, recovered by the Tide. Edwards cross court to Butler, now into the key. Williams slamming it home. Williams with 25 points.
Great fight for the ball, turns in.
Austin Mills, other side, no good, and the rebound by the Tide.
We just have back and forth action. This game is so fast-paced. Great finish by A.J. Williams, throwing it home for the Tide as Brooks misses that three.
Hoth for 3 off the front rim. 118-86. It looks like this game is out of reach for the Claremont Crocs, but still playing with a little bit of life as the clock now ticks down. Under 5 minutes left to play. Hoth steals the ball away from Edwards. And now Hoth throws it ahead to Austin Mills, who makes the layup. And a timeout taken on the floor here as things seem to be winding down. 4:51 left to go in the fourth quarter, 118-88. The St. Pete Tide have the clear lead in the ball game. More basketball on the way. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
We're back here for the last 5 minutes of action in the fourth quarter of this game. Up top, here's Anthony Brooks, guarded by Montel Williams, who has to switch up his dribble and goes into the lane. And we have that shot waved off. So I'm interested to see what the call is here. So the Tide remain in possession of the ball. A quick turn and fire on the far side by Brooks. And the rebound gets kicked out of bounds by Supcup. So we were just talking at the break here, Alvin. A 30-point deficit for the Claremont Crocs, and this is easily the most they've been down by all season.
Easily. They have their work cut out for them if this game is even still competitive, as Montel Williams slashes to the basket, starting to come alive in the final quarter. But it seems like this game is out of reach, and there's a few things that we could learn from this game. As
there's the putback by the big boy Mario Maldonado in his first minute of the season.
And that's the tail of the tape of this game. St. Pete Tide has just gotten second chance boards. They've ate up all the offensive rebounds, and they got all the shots that they wanted.
Billingsley airballs on the three, and now it'll be white ball going the other way. Under 4 minutes now left to play as the ball got lost in the bleachers. Don't worry, we have the search party that you need. His name is Jerry Pettit if you can't find that one.
He'll find him quick, fast, and in a hurry. He's better than Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, man.
Jerry Pettit, our fantastic producer, wears all the hats. Whatever you need done, Jerry can get it done.
Jerry, can you make it rain again? I'm rooting for some rain. Down low, here's Brooks taking it to the basket.
Slashing and dashing, coming in and out of his dribble, finding a weakness and exploding to the lane, finishing strong. Great take by Anthony Brooks.
Williams airballs the two. His foot was on the line at the arc. Here's Supcup, far side. Gives it up top to Brooks. Brooks already with 18 points in the ballgame, dribbling over on Daniel Luna, and now a long three and a big one hit by Mike Butler, and Butler now with 18 points.
Butler is just doing what he was doing the first half, knocking down big shots.
Luna to Jordan Danawa down low, and now Daniel Luna on the far side. Daniel to David. David's going to take a long one. That one bounces around. Danawa the rebound. Daniel, far side. Williams in the face of Brooks. No, sir. And a good fight for the rebound by Maldonado there. Richards going the other direction with 2:30 left to go in the ballgame. Richards going baseline, throws it into Maldonado, and he couldn't hang on to it. Daniel Luna going the other way. They have a 3-on-2 pass left side. David Luna over to Williams. Williams from the right block goes up with the left hand. Great little switch up there. Billingsley fouled coming down for the ball.
That was a good possession. Just moving the ball around, and it ended up in a free throw attempt. Let's see if they can knock this down and just find something to build on for next game, because this game is out of reach.
Claremont Crocs in the bonus for the rest of the game as Billingsley makes his first free throw. He hasn't seen a lot of minutes so far this season, but doing what he can here. 2 points for David Billingsley, the shooting guard.
The former Selma University Bulldog has knocked down both his free throw shots, which is important.
Another three hit by Mike Butler.
Butler is just on fire. He doesn't care what the score is. If you give him the rock behind the line and you don't have a man on him, he's knocking it down.
Kick ball by Supcup on the near side. Under 2 minutes left to play in the ball game. So 5 team fouls on the Tide, 3 on the Claremont Crocs. Daniel Luna dribbling right, almost loses his balance there. Danawa now going towards the lane, cross court. A pump fake by Williams. Williams dribbling in, tried to give it up, and taken away by Maldonado for the Tide. Supcup, full court pass, down low, Richards, up with the left hand, and completely missed everything.
And at this point in the game, you can tell it's officially garbage minutes.
Subcup takes that one away from the Luna. And they throw it left side and out of bounds. 128-92, 125 left to play in the ball game. So here comes Kurt King into the game, and the Tide having a lot of fun, and not so much fun being had by the Claremont Crocs.
Definitely. The St. Pete Tide have a lot they could take away from this game. They poured it on. 128 points.
David Luna turnaround three is good.
That's one thing about this Claremont Croc team. They have a lot of pride. They are going to fight tooth and nail until the game is officially over.
King to Maldonado. Richards spinning. Richards with the left hand, no good. And Billingsley the rebound. He'll pass it ahead to David Luna. David Luna all by himself. Bounce passes right corner. And Daniel Luna has his three blocked as he hits the deck. Kurt King, you can hear him in a crowd mic. He wanted the block.
Good job closing out and reaching at his highest point.
47 seconds left to play in the ball game. On the far side, here is Aaron Richards. Richards dancing around Williams. Right corner, and Williams cut it off on the pass. Williams hitting the deck, almost had that one poked away by Richards. Daniel Luna, no good on that three. A 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Maldonado. Bounce passes towards the right corner. Now here are the garbage minutes. A 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. David Luna to finish things off. No, can't get that one to fall. King tried to grab the rebound, and Subcup dribbling this one out. And that will do it here for this game 2. Well, not necessarily the game we thought it would turn out to be, but still a final nonetheless. 128-94 is the final score of this game. Jesse O alongside Alvin Delvey for our post-game show here. Alvin, what went wrong with the Claremont Crocs this game?
They just couldn't stop this dynamic offense of the Tide. The Tide had the momentum from the jump, and they just never let up. Once they got the lead, they kept it going. You had great performances from everyone on the roster. Everyone contributed, and they just weren't able to find an answer.
And the St. Pete Tide now moved to 2-0 on the season. They clearly had the height advantage this game. Who down the line do you think is going to give them a little bit of trouble?
I would have to say the Florida Flight, because they have some dynamic weapons on their end, and they know how to score as well, too. So it's definitely going to be a shootout when you see those guys play against each other, and it's going to be exciting to watch. Stay tuned.
Your MVP of the game, who is it?
Definitely have to go Mike Butler. He did a great job pouring it in offensively. He had some great threes, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do on the offensive end.
I think I'm going to also have to go with Mike Butler. Him and Dave Butler. The Butler guys.
The Butler brothers doing what they got to do.
The Butler boys really got it done tonight. Mike Butler with 21 points. Dave Butler with 24 points.
Ooh.
And they did it all on the offensive side of things. And the Claremont Crocs had a hard time matching up against them. Well, stay tuned. We have a doubleheader again tomorrow starting at 1:15 Eastern Time. 128-94 is the final score here. A big thank you to Jerry Pettit, our fantastic producer and engineer, and the chairman of the FBA, Mark King, for just being on hand with us today. For Alvin Delvey, I'm Jesse O saying good night here from our Winter Park location just outside of Orlando, Florida. The St. Pete Tide win this one 128-94 in Game 2 of our doubleheader in the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented, as always, by Poly Wealth Management. Good night.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.